Ramaphosa didn't actually expect that to happen. Some people say President Trump has ambushed the South African President Ramaphosa, because he actually didn't expect that. I personally didn't even expect this to happen. When I first viewed the video in the Oval Office, so this is where I feel like President Trump, he had listened enough to the President of South Africa, President Ramaphosa, and his countenance was actually full. So and what he's about to say right now, I felt like this is where the President of South Africa, President Ramaphosa, should have come clean when President Trump mentioned about the 1,000 stories that was heard about what is going on in South Africa with the white farmers. So with the killings of the white farmers, for those who doesn't understand the context. So this is why I feel like President Ramaphosa should have come clean, but President Ramaphosa was acting a fool, and he wanted to play around with President Trump. And one thing that I've noticed about President Trump is that he doesn't like to be played around. He wants and like you to come correct. So this is where I feel like President Ramaphosa should have come clean, but he kept acting like he doesn't know what's going on in South Africa. So let us keep watching, please.
What would you like President Ramaphosa to do about the situation that we've just seen on the screen?
I don't know. Look, these are articles over the last few days. Death of people. Death. Horrible death.
I feel like President Trump was ready. He was ready. He had everything ready to, pretty much to counter what President Ramaphosa had to say. So he had the whole video. He had like whole pictures, whole stories of, people complaining about what is actually happening in South Africa. So at this point, when he said, dim the light down, I was like, oh, this is about to go down. Let's keep watching.
Death. Horrible death. Death. I don't know. To pick anyone, white South Africans are fleeing because of the violence and racist laws. And this is all.
We have a multi-party democracy in South Africa that allows people to express themselves, political parties to adhere to various policies. And in many cases, or in some cases, those policies do not go along with government policy. Our government policy is completely.
Look at President Ramaphosa. President Ramaphosa is very, very uncomfortable right now with the video being played. Let's keep watching.
Against what he was saying, even in the parliament. And they're a small minority party, which is allowed to exist in terms of our constitution.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can take land.
And then when they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
No, there is
nothing happens to them.
There is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately through criminal activity, are not only white people. Majority of them are black people. And we have now been utilized.
The farmers are not black. I don't say that's good or bad, but the farmers are not black. And the people that are being killed in large numbers, and you saw all those grave sites, and those are people that loved ones going, I guess on a Sunday morning, they told me, to pay respect to their loved ones that were killed. Their heads chopped off, they died violently. And we're here to talk about it, and I didn't know we'd get involved here.
We've been tracking.
President Trump said he's in South Africa. I don't know where else you want me to, to tell you where this is happening. And I find it funny for President Ramaphosa to actually ask another president of another country where these atrocities or, where this site is located. I feel like if you're a president of a country, you should know about your country. You should know a little more about your country. Let's keep watching.
Johan.
There's nothing this parliament can do with or without you
people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. Yeah. South Africa occupy land. That's who we are. We don't care what to do. We can withdraw my membership from this useless parliament.
Yes, honorable member. Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot, kill, Namaza, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer, pa, 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 to kill, Namaza, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer.
The mayor of DA in PE is a white man. So these people, when you want to hit them, go after a white man. They feel a terrible pain because you have touched a white man. Not because Mashaba and Suri will not be touched. They will be touched, don't worry. But we are starting with this whiteness. You are cutting the throat of whiteness.
Shoot, kill, Namaza, kill the brewer, the farmer, kill the brewer, the farmer, pa, pa, pa. Shoot to kill, Namaza, kill the brewer, the farmer, kill the brewer, the farmer, pa.
I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm saying to you, was not called for the killing of white people, at least for now. I can't guarantee the future.
All right, for those who doesn't understand the context, so this is President Ramaphosa, the South African president, in the White House, in the Oval Office of the White House, and he was there to ask for some help to Donald Trump and to discuss some specific things about South Africa. And while he was there, President Trump actually played this video and illustrated and showed what was actually happening in South Africa. And President Ramaphosa was acting the fool. He acted like he didn't know what was going on in South Africa, in his own country. So this is what I believe. I truly believe that President Ramaphosa should have come clean and pretty much express what was really going on in South Africa, because what is going on in South Africa cannot be hidden. So for those who doesn't know, Julius Malema is the leader of a political party, specifically the EFF, the Economic Freedom Fighter, and apparently he holds 10%. All right, so 10% of the country actually follows him, which is a minority, and he has a specific issue with white people. Right, it's not just about white farmers, but all white people in South Africa. So why does he have problems with white people? Is because he believes that the white people actually came to South Africa and took a lot of land, and he believes that it's time for South Africans, right, for the local people to take back their lands. And that's what his fight is mainly about, and that's what the video was actually about. So I believe it's important for us to look at the video of what was going on in that political rally with Julius Malema. All right, so I'm going to quickly play a video and we're going to come back. All right, let's go ahead.
Call for the slaughter of white people.
What will necessitate that?
You tell me.
I don't know. Why would I do that?
You've said you could do it in the future, is that correct?
I can't guarantee that I can't do it or I won't do it.
So right now,
so I'm not ruling out that possibility.
If I asked you to pledge to say, I will never call for the slaughter of white people, would you make that pledge?
I will do it with ease.
Make that pledge.
Why would I do that?
I'm asking you to make that pledge.
I
will do it.
I won't do it.
Make the pledge.
I won't do it.
You won't do it?
Yes.
I understand.
So in this video clearly tell us that President Ramaphosa was lying, right? Him not knowing what was going on in South Africa is actually some big lies, all right? And why is he lying? I feel like he was lying to, you know, be the good guy. I feel like President Ramaphosa is a little soft. This is my personal belief. I feel like, you know, he's a little soft to be a leader. A leader is someone who actually says things, even though the things he says might not be approved by many, but he still speaks his mind. And I feel like that is still under the. I feel like he did that because he wanted to, like I said, you know, to portray an image in front of President Trump and in front of the world. But you cannot hide what is actually going on in the world, because the world right now is like our backyard, because you can actually know what's going on anywhere at any time. So I want us to play a video of Julius Malema, and I want us to listen to what Julius Malema had to say about President Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa, in front of Donald Trump in the Oval Office, and what he treated you know, President Ramaphosa to be. So let's listen to what he has to say.
Office today, the tense confrontation, President Trump ambushing the president of South Africa.
Up next, another Oval Office meltdown, President Trump ambushing the president of South Africa.
President Trump is being accused of conducting something of a diplomatic ambush of South Africa's president in the Oval Office.
To be with you, I'm Katie Tur. President Trump orchestrated another Oval Office ambush today.
Today, Donald Trump meeting with the president of South Africa and attempting to ambush and humiliate that leader.
Zelensky territory, where essentially he was a bit ambushed inside the Oval Office.
That's pretty interesting, right? Now, I like how the democracy actually applies in South Africa. In other countries in Africa, you can't say that. You can't stand against what the president says. Is what the president says is what is established. But I like the fact that, you know, in South Africa, you know, people might have different views on different topics and they can express themselves freely, right? It's really that freedom of expression. In some African countries, you know, that if you express yourself, they might not even see you the next day. Not just you, but your whole entire lineage, your whole entire family will not be seen. They're going to be wiped out. So that's something that I like about South Africa. That you know, people can have different views. You saw, you know, how Julius Malema was calling President Ramaphosa, his president, the president of South Africa, a coward. In many countries in Africa, you can't do that. You cannot do that. So I want us to play another video on what Julius Malema specifically says about white farmers and about white people in South Africa. This might be a disturbing video, so please, if you have some toddlers, if you have some kids nearby, please, I will ask you to ask them to close their ears, or you know, ask them to go somewhere else. All right, because this particular video about Julius Malema that I'm about to play right now might be a little disturbing. All right, so let us listen.
Okay. I mean, it's in South Africa. That's what.
Let me clarify that, because what you saw, the speeches that were being made, one, that is not government policy. We have a multi-party democracy in South Africa that allows people to express themselves, political parties to adhere to various policies, and in many cases, or in some cases, those policies do not go along with government policy. Our government policy is completely against what he was saying, even in the parliament. And they're a small minority party, which is allowed to exist in terms of our constitution.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
No, nobody can take land.
And then when they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
No, there is
nothing happens to them.
There is criminality in our country.
I feel like Julius Malema is contradicting himself in this video. I feel like he's saying something and then he's contradicting himself, and him saying such things about white people, that is quite interesting. So in this video, I feel like Julius Malema is contradicting himself. He's saying something and then later on he's contradicting what he just said about white people, about the killing of white people, and about the pledge. All right, so this is something that I really personally I don't agree to. I don't register to. I don't agree to that, the killing of white people. Even if you have the South African people at heart, you want them to do better. Whatever your mission is, I believe that the killing of white people should not be. All right, and even if and I believe that there are better ways to go around doing such stuff. Okay, not killing them. And because of that, a lot of white people in South Africa actually moved out, and that is bad actually for the country, because there's a lot of businesses that shut down. There's a lot of opportunities, economic opportunities. There's a lot of economic opportunities for the country that actually reduce because of that massive transfer, and also the transfer of talent. There's a lot of smart white people that actually were in South Africa and that were helping for the development of the country or of the economic status of South Africa. But because of these particular problems happening in the country, a lot of them were forced to move out of the country, leaving the country with a lot of bitter taste. All right, a lot of bitter taste. So fellas, let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think on this video. Let me know what your impressions are on this video after watching it. What do you think Julius Malema should have handled the situation? How do you feel like the president of South Africa, President Ramaphosa, should have handled the situation in the Oval Office with President Trump? How do you feel like President Trump should have handled the situation as well, with the president of South Africa? Do you feel like the president of South Africa was ambushed, or do you feel like President Trump actually had a good motive showing the video unexpectedly?